Right now I'm on my way to a last game of the tournament. I haven't been able to record recaps as frequently as I wanted to during this tournament because it's been very busy between varsity and JV playing. Friday played 2 games back to back. It's between the two, and then Saturday, yesterday, we played I think 6 games back to back between the two. So just been very hectic. Both teams we've been losing by a lot of points, but that was anticipated. We put the team, well, Coach Graham, the head coach of varsity, he scheduled us in a very tough team camp at Barry University because we want to show these players, 1, what the best teams in the state look like. 2, we want them to see how much improvement and how much work they need to do in order to be able to compete. And then there's another reason for putting them in extremely tough competition that they won't see in the regular season, so that they'll be used to, once it comes to the regular season, they're not going to be scared. They're going to be extremely competitive because they've seen the best of the best during the summer. And a lot of these players, this is their first time ever playing in a summer league, especially as a team for Terra. So it's a culture shock for them. But overall, I've been impressed with my team's effort. And the parents have noticed it, the opposing teams have noticed it, the refs have noticed it, other coaches. They notice that we're giving effort and we're not quitting. So that's a positive. And we've only had 2 weeks of actual basketball practice. So I'm impressed. I like what I'm seeing, and we're like what we're seeing as an overall unit. And my team, JV, in our division, we're the only JV team. We're playing against varsity teams every game. And the reason why we're doing this is because once they play against a JV team in the regular season, it's going to be a lot easier, and they're going to be able to compete in every single game because they're used to playing against varsity teams and actually never giving up. This weekend it's been an experiment for me, and with me playing around with different rotations, learning how players actually play in a real game. I've only seen them play against each other in practice, against each other, and when they're playing against each other, it's not the same intensity and it's not the same level of play as if you're playing against an actual varsity team. I want to see who steps up when the lights are on them. And some players, they played a little bit scared, which is understandable if this is their first time. But then a lot of players are stepping up, and regardless of the score, they're still playing and they're still fighting through, and that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see the fight in them because come regular season, we're going to be a completely new team. We're going to be better, bigger, faster, stronger, smarter, and a little bit more experienced. By the time the regular season comes, they're going to have some of them will have 20 or 30 games experience underneath their belt because of all of the summer games that we'll be playing in the summer leagues. And it's also my first time getting the timing right with the coaching and the timeouts and just the pace of the game as far as substitutions. But with this team camp, they changed the rules. They added different rules because they want the games to go as quickly as possible. So there's a lot of things that happen in this tournament in this team camp / tournament that wouldn't happen in the regular season. One of them being you only get 1 timeout per half. That won't happen in the regular season. You get multiple. And also, it's a running clock, so once you call that timeout, and that's it, it's a running clock, so it's very hard to make adjustments during the game. So everything is very high pace, which puts a little strain as coaching, especially with the new team and an inexperienced team. But it just makes all of us better, coaches included. Right now, we're headed to our last game. I'm going to give the team a little pep talk, trying to get them to finish strong regardless of the score. This tournament is not meant for us to, yes, you try to win, but going in, this tournament is not we're not looking at it as we're trying to win this tournament. We're trying to fight and get better. So I'm going to give a little pep talk and hopefully spark some more energy out of them. I know it's been a long week for them. I know they're tired. Their bodies are probably sore, but I'm proud of their effort.